The first sentence of my story is love at first sip, because basically my first drink at age 14 felt like that. It was just like this, I mean, kind of a spiritual experience of, oh, wow, this feels so good. Like, I didn't know how bad I felt until I took a sip of this alcohol and felt relief and felt just relaxation, felt something light up within me. And then when I found marijuana at age 16, it was a little more, it wasn't exactly like that, but I fell in love. I fell in love with alcohol and drugs. And immediately when I did that, I was like, this is what I want to do with all of my time, because I felt so bad inside. I was depressed before that. And I was kind of without an identity, with that, like I mentioned, having these crushes on boys. And I just felt very invisible and average. I mean, I was just whatever. I was a normal kid. So once I found alcohol and drugs, my ego, my identity just seized onto that. And then I changed into this other person. My grades suffered, I started getting high every day, all the time, as much as I possibly could. My whole life's purpose, not that I had a purpose before, because I just, whatever, I was just existing and managing as a teenager. But once I found alcohol and drugs, I'm like, okay, this is what I want to be doing. And that became the most important thing in my life above anything else.
So it's really that feeling, I'm not good enough. I want to be liked. I'm not loved. And then the alcohol, the drugs, and then they numb the senses. And then while you're doing the drugs, and that's what I heard, is that you have this sensation, like spiritual experience, and you can feel connected with others. Is that how that feels? Then that's how that drawn. I guess you were so attracted to it.
That's how it started. But see, that's the thing with addiction. It starts in this way of, wow, this feels so good, but it's diminished benefit over time. The more you do it, the less you get that hit. And then yet you're always chasing those first experiences. And then what happens is the consequences start, because it becomes important above all else. And then we start, like I started going before school and smoking pot with people. And, of course I had no money. I was just a teenager. I didn't have a job, stealing from mom's purse or lying about where I was going so I could go get high. And then it becomes chasing this experience that you can never reach again. And then you add more drugs, and then, then the consequences build. The progression of the disease, if you will, gets worse.
Let your light shine. Help others find their way out of the darkness. Extraordinarily inspiring stories from ordinary people like you and I. I believe we are all extraordinary, yet we're all ordinary. Let your light shine.